Hi, I'm Sam and I'm an Ellis Scholar. I'm a second semester sophomore at Missouri State University. When I first came to Missouri State, I was almost completely lost. I'd been born and raised in Kansas City and didn't really know anybody who went to this university and didn't have any idea who my roommate would be. Two things I will discuss are the top two things I wish people had told me about moving away to college, because now that I know them, it's made second semester and beyond much easier. Life in the dorms. Love it or hate it, just give it a chance. Most people have a love-hate relationship with the dorms. Expensive? Yes. Loud? Probably. Shared with multiple other people you probably barely know, or if you're lucky, know but never lived with before. Most likely. Away from the family you probably lived with since birth? Thank heavens, yes. Dorms aren't for everybody, and do keep in mind other possibilities if you end up disliking the dorms. I moved into an apartment my sophomore year and ended up spending over $1,000 less per semester when cooking my own food and paying for my own utilities. But for some people, the dorms are something they look forward to every year, and it does end up being cheaper for them. My first tip is to try and make friends with your roommate and suitemates if you have them. Respect their belongings and them, and if you feel they aren't doing the same for you, mention it to them, and don't be afraid of confrontation. My first semester in the dorms, my roommate and I, who were fast friends, thought our very different suitemates were trying to freeze us to death since they kept setting the thermostat to ridiculous temperatures, even though we left a note on it asking them not to. We were both wearing sweatshirts and scarves in our own room and slept under heavy blankets in early October because it was so cold. Finally, when it got to be too much, we confronted the suitemates, and it turns out it was around 90 degrees in their room while it was 60 degrees in ours, because the thermostat was broken. We filed a work order, and within a week we had all even-temperatured rooms, and we were a little bit better friends. My next thing I'd like to talk about is wanting to go to college, and try to enjoy it. For most people that I've met and befriended down here, freshman year was hard, stressful, and a learning experience, but they still enjoyed it. Talking to some of my high school friends, there were some who didn't enjoy it and some that dropped out. And while that's their decision, and it could be what's right for them, many of them brought up the fact that they didn't enjoy it because they didn't get involved and hadn't really wanted to go in the first place. Going to class was a hassle, and they thought they had better things to do, whether that was partying, working, or whatever. As such, those that I know that did get involved, and even forced themselves to enjoy classes they might not have at first, those who tried to make friends, ended up saying that they did enjoy college. Also, those that tried hard in their classes were less stressed than those who only worked hard just before the big exam, or those that were so disorganized that they never ended up knowing when those exams were in the first place. If you go into college expecting it to be a piece of cake, you'll be disappointed. But if you come to college thinking that it'll be an impossible feat you'll never enjoy, and never take any time to make friends, go out, or even try relaxing, then you'll be making it harder than you need to. There are many other tips that I could give, but above all is good luck and stay positive. Do your best, but don't fear college. You'll love it as long as you try to.